one ball with a 15-minute time limit. From Scottsboro, Alabama, weighing 185 pounds. All business. Tyler Gray.
I want to hear you.
Now, when I came out here, I was expecting a welcome worthy of a superstar like myself. Hey, don't boo. Hey, don't boo, it's okay. Boys, I'm going to give you guys one last chance to give me the ovation I deserve. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. See, that still wasn't good enough. That still wasn't good enough. Let me give you one last try. 1, 2, 3. They think this is a game, Cody. They think this is a game. Right. Well done. So like I was saying, you know, I used to be in a group called the Cortege. See, the Cortege is no more. But I have a little secret. I have some great men in mind to join me in forming another amazing faction. You guys, y'all want to do it? Y'all want to hear who I have to join me? Oh, God.
And his opponent, from Beverly, Alabama, weighing 190 pounds. He is the baddest of them all. Kicks and
Folks, we are coming to you live From the Singing River Brewing Company here in Florence, Alabama, New South Pro Wrestling presents Bunkhouse Stampede, the first annual event. I am Carmen Michael, as always, joined by my illustrious commentary partner, Grease Monkey. Grease Monkey, we have one heck of a show in store for these folks, don't we?
Carmen, good Lord, the weather's hot, the beer is cold, and the Singing River Brewery ain't ready for what New South has got planned.
Well, we have one heck of a card still to come tonight. We have tag team championships on the line as Infrared defends against Triple Nines. The New South Heavyweight Championship on the line as Kinsey Page defends against Chris Crunk and Rolando Perez. And then, of course, in our big main event, we have the first ever New South Pro Wrestling Bunkhouse Stampede. What exactly that entails, I'm not entirely sure. All I know is General Manager Dump Sanders has declared that we will declare the baddest person in the Southeast.
If the name is any indication, Carmen, it's going to be a wild, chaotic time to find out who is the baddest in the South. But right now, the baddest of the bad is bringing the fight to Tyler Franks.
As Kent Havoc wrenches on the wrist of all business Tyler Franks. And as you mentioned, Grease Monkey is a swelter here in Florence, Alabama, as we make our debut here in the northwest portion of Alabama. Kent Havoc still working over that wrist.
The weather's hot, the action's hot. Kent Havoc has been on a tear lately, establishing his new friendship and partnership with Stephen Michaels and continuing to prove that he's the baddest of the bad in singles action as well.
It's definitely a unique partnership that's come together here with Kent Havoc and the Warbringer Stephen Michaels here recently. If I dare say, it may seem that Stephen Michaels may be a little hesitant to get into another tag team partnership.
After his past experiences with teamwork, Stephen Michaels is a little hesitant to form another connection like that, particularly because of the actions of that man right there in the ring.
I was just about to say, meanwhile, look at the flip side of it, and Tyler Franks, who was just taken down. Someone who started off as the protege of Derek Neal in the cortege has usurped the former leader, gotten rid of Derek Neal, and now it seems like Tyler Franks planning on bringing back the cortege and molding it in his own image, and one can only imagine what that's going to entail.
Tyler Franks known for his quick, strong athleticism, but
Quick roll-up from Kent Havoc, not quite enough.
you can't count out Kent Havoc when it comes to being able to move as well. Kent Havoc has some surprising athleticism when he wants to.
And a flurry of strikes there, cut off by all business. Kent Havoc, though, makes it to the ropes. Referee Allison Lee. Vicious.
Lord of mercy, Tyler Franks just about near took Kent Havoc's head off with the top ring rope.
Just like that, the momentum switches.
Kent Havoc is fast, but he's given up about 15, 20 pounds to Tyler Franks.
Well, this is exactly what Tyler Franks wants. This is someone very methodical, very going for the pinfall. Almost vulture-like in the way he picks apart his opponent's limbs.
Oh yeah, Tyler Franks taken under the wing of Derek Neal and taught the brutal, methodical ways to disassemble his opponent.
Someone who loves to slow down the pace and just systematically pick apart his opponents, and right now that's on full display.
A world of difference from the Tyler Franks who used to be a member of a very fast-paced tag team.
Kent Havoc fighting out. And the baddest of them all with an uppercut.
Kent Havoc has as much fight as he has hair.
Tyler Franks nailed every bit of that drop kick.
That clean drop kick might have taken a little fight out of the baddest of the bad.
And now, caught on the ropes again. Oh! Not enough.
is certainly not going to go down without a fight. Oh,
Dropping that knee.
he may be regretting prolonging this match now.
And now it's Kent Havoc trying to find his way to the opposite side of the ring, trying to build a little bit of space here between his opponent and himself.
Ken's not the most strategic fighter in the New South roster, but he's tenacious and as tough as they come. Now Tyler Franks just laying in those big right hands. Havoc's up. Havoc managed to dodge that by the skin of his teeth, but now Franks is back in control.
Franks going to that midsection now, sends Havoc off the ropes, Havoc up and over, going for that sunset flip. Franks rolls out though. Havoc ducks the clothesline, and now a flurry of strikes.
Havoc with those quick hands just plants Tyler Franks on the deck. New South faithful certainly behind Kent Havoc here as he fires up for some offense.
Tyler Franks certainly didn't make any friends coming out here earlier tonight and grabbing the microphone. I'll say that.
However, ever since this new change in personality, Tyler Franks has had a hard time making friends.
Oh! Kent Havoc with a drop kick of his own, and now both men opposite corners. Kent Havoc charges in.
Oh!
Lands the lariat.
Tyler Franks mentioning earlier he had a certain individual in mind to try to join him.
And look, you see earlier, all that attack on the midsection of Kent Havoc really weakened him there. Not quite enough strength to bring up the athlete.
That damage.
That's one way to bring your opponent down.
That damage to the midsection has certainly affected the endurance of Kent Havoc's core. If you don't have that strong base underneath you, you can't get your opponent up for those big slams. But Franks was mentioning earlier he was thinking of forming another team, trying to get back to the glory days of the Cortez's dominance. And he said he had a particular individual in mind.
There's no telling what's on the mind of Tyler Franks or who. Oh!
Right now, the only thing on Kent Havoc's mind was that big knee flying into his face.
Step up, Shining Wizard now charges into the corner, uppercut. Floating suplex, look at the bridge there. And we have a packed house here tonight in Florence, Alabama as we make our debut.
He may be a little slower, a little more methodical in his process, but Tyler Franks is every bit as effective as he's ever been.
Definitely more malicious than we've seen in the past. That is absolutely for sure.
Well, Franks' attitude certainly took a nosedive, but it has turned him into one of the most dangerous competitors we have here in New South.
Well, we saw the way he turned his back on his former tag team partner, Hunter Drake. The way he just clobbered him with that chair. And if you can turn your back on someone that you grew up with, someone you consider a brother, your best friend, just imagine what you would do to someone that you don't like.
You'd imagine Derek Neal would have saw that betrayal coming as well. And now some big hands being traded in the middle of the ring. The strikes are going back and forth, and so are the cheers. Oh!
Referee Allison Lee trying to tell both competitors to keep their hands up, make sure they're adequately defending themselves. Spinning back fist there from Tyler Franks.
Uh-oh.
Backslide. Havoc rolls through.
Havoc had that one scouted.
2. Almost. Not quite enough.
Again, that size difference between Havoc and Franks. Franks has got a few more pounds, a little more gas in the tank.
And Kent Havoc is a little bit bewildered here.
Oh, it's a game of endurance, Carmen. in this kind of fight where two men are not willing to give up, it all comes down to simply who has more to work with.
Connected with every bit of that uppercut now. Reversal sent into the corner.
Here comes Franks, but oh! Stopped dead in his tracks by Havoc.
And the contact right there. Now
Havoc going to a place we've seen him before, but no! Did you see how high Franks got?
I was just about to say Kent Havoc, not someone known to be a high flyer, but Tyler Franks met him in the middle and now has no choice but to fly. Tyler holds on.
I'll be going for another.
And that is all she wrote, folks.
The winner of this match, Tyler Franks.
And just like that, Tyler Franks picks up an impressive victory here to kick us off on the first annual Bunkhouse Stampede. I want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight to Pro Wrestling TV. New South Pro Wrestling presents Bunkhouse Stampede. We got a heck of a night still in store for you folks. Make sure you keep on watching. Tweet along #Bunkhouse Stampede. We have the first ever Bunkhouse Stampede match later on, as well as New South and Tag Team Championships on the line, Grease Monkey.
We're going to rock Florence, Alabama.